What's going on, guys? Seth and Chevy here. We just watched episode 4 and 5 of Kaiju number 8, season 2. We'll be talking full spoilers ahead, so hopefully you've watched these 2 episodes as they are big episodes in the storyline. And we'll do a real quick recap. Basically, Kaiju number 9 pulled off a decoy situation where Kafka and them were fighting him and defeated him, but he was actually infiltrating where basically, what the hell's the name of that place?
I don't remember. It's the
command center, basically. Yeah, and he is in pursuit of Isao because he has Kaiju number 2's abilities, basically. So when he was saying he's going to get those Kaiju powers, he was talking about that as well. So him and Isao fight their big labored battle, and Isao is defeated, said to be killed, but at least absorbed by Kaiju number 9. While they were fighting, Kafka, Narumi, and Kikoru were all running there. They got there too late when he got absorbed, but they still try to thwart his escape, as he is, at this point, kind of ready to leave now that he's gotten what he wanted, and he's in his what's the second form of Cell? There's Perfect Cell, like the young version of Cell.
I don't remember all the names.
He's in that weird mid-range of Cell where he's the weird squared Cell, but anyway, that's where he's at. He's ready to leave. He's done enough, and they try to fight him. Big labored battle again, where not a whole lot's getting accomplished outside of his body's falling apart, which was kind of disturbing to see. But he eventually is able to think of a new strategy. He's always got new strategies and doing them, and then surprised when they don't work. But this one seems to work. He shoots at 2 different people. They have to stop that from happening, and he's able to get out of there. So he does do that, and then we go through into the next episode, basically the grieving aspect of losing Isao. We got a lot of background on him, some humanizing stuff with him during his fight, some flashbacks, and now we got people basically saluting his service done. Narumi has a conversation with Kikoru after she didn't attend the funeral, basically agreeing that she wants to become stronger and he's going to make her stronger, and then they're going to get revenge. That's basically where everybody's at, is they want to strike back at Kaiju number 9. And a lot of things are up in the air when it comes to Kafka and if he's going to stick around with the team. He goes and hangs out with his old friends who he used to do the cleanup with the monsters or the Kaijus, and hangs out with them for a while. Then when he comes back, he talks with Narumi, who basically tells him that he basically can't let him stay because he's a threat, but he also doesn't care about that because he wants to do anything he can to destroy Kaiju number 9, and he knows Kafka's on the same page with him, so he has a plan with him as well to get stronger to go after Kaiju number 9. And then we leave off with I forgot his name, but the little dude Fox face with the bowl cut, very fast guy. He walks into a room and greets waking up Kaiju number 10, who's in some kind of enclosure thing, and we're gonna find out where that's going, hopefully in the next episode. Anything I miss?
Yeah, so that test tube was also shown a little bit earlier with Isao's previous assistant and the other older guy, I can't remember his name, basically getting permission to see it. That's not confirmed, this is what they're looking at, but it's implied.
Sure.
And so it seems like something Isao was working on was this Kaiju number 10. And then also Kafka exerted himself to the point where he has a spot on his hand that's not healing, and he is slowly parts of him are staying permanently Kaiju.
Yeah, they're worried that he might not be able to come back.
Human again.
Yeah.
So,
thoughts?
A lot more solemn than I was expecting the show to get, to be honest, because the show has this very action vibe with a lot of comedy and stuff like that. So it was nice to see an episode where they covered just loss and dealing with that, and basically also giving him the catalyst to become stronger. Right, this is going to be the event that makes everyone have to push themselves, because these numbered kaiju are basically the reason for, I can't remember what they're called, man. The defense force, basically. Obviously there's all the other kaiju and stuff like that, but every time they show up, they're just not an issue. Squad shows up, they just wipe them out. So you get these big old numbered ones, and they become like these big focal events where you got to bring in these ultra powerful people who are just wearing the old kaiju parts. So,
Monster Hunter.
Yeah. Kaiju number 9 is kind of crazy though, because like he not only has shown, throughout the show at this point, that he's capable of thought and planning and using things as tools basically, but he also aggressively learns, and then now we know that he absorbs other kaiju. So like he definitely is, I think they kind of referred to him, I think they said he was kind of like a virus before. Super accurate.
Well, I mean, he's just constantly adapting to the antigens, basically.
Yeah, yeah. If you don't knock it out, he goes, okay, well, that's not going to work again. So, I will be curious to see, like, obviously, how we get to a point where we beat this guy. Because right now, every time we see him, he's just like, it's not even small levels up; they're like huge levels up. Kaiju number 8 is a monstrosity that one shots everything, and then all of a sudden he just can't fight really. So, I mean, he's like fighting, but he's not getting any ground. So kind of crazy. And then obviously with Kafka, his issue, like I'm looking forward to seeing like how far we're going to push this. I assume there will be, a point where he gets to reverse it or something. I'm sure it has a lot to do with like that inner battle he's having with the kaiju inside of him and stuff like that. But currently obviously it's a developing thing, and
it's just an extension though of what we're already experiencing. Like the threat could be a permanent situation, but we already went through episodes where they were worried or wondering if he could even control it or not. Which if he couldn't, he would have been a threat. Now the threat is maybe he won't be able to turn back, but
right. Yeah, and then we get to see what everyone's evolution is going forward. So.
Yep, we're getting a good old fashioned training arc. Everybody's got to get stronger. So, anything else?
No.
Yeah, I like these 2 episodes. They were good. I do like that we got some humanity to Isao as a character. He's portrayed as a stern character for a reason, obviously, but slowly in the last couple episodes, we've seen more humanity from him, specifically in the past with him and his wife and how he does care for his kid. Early on, it seemed like he didn't really care at all. So we got that moment where he said that he was like basically proud of everybody, including Kikaru, which is something that she's not used to hearing. So that gave her an emotional moment. So these kind of things were kind of definitely ramping up for a situation where you kill them off to make it more impactful when that happens. But I like it because I don't like one-dimensional characters, and they just reveal what they need to when they do, and I think it worked out well. So I'm sick of Kaiju number 9. Not in a way like I'm sick of him in the show, like it's bothering me, but like he's just like such a prick. So and now he's turned into his new cell version, and a lot more ominous looking than he used to look. He used to be kind of a dweeb.
He's all gangly, yeah.
Yeah, and now he's like big and buff with crazy red eyes. He's got wings and shit. Looks way scarier. And then when he was just like a torso with wings and a head, I was like, this is like turning into some Resident Evil shit.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's definitely a villain you love to hate.
Yeah.
Because he's annoying as shit, and he's always really cocky about things, and then they don't work out, and he's like, what the hell? I don't understand.
It's always annoying in any medium where like you're fighting a guy and his demeanor is cool, calm, collected, like.
Yeah, but also because they really drive the point that he's not human. He's like analyzing everything from a non-human perspective, so it's like very analytical, but also learning at the same time, like an AI.
Yeah.
And And so everything he does is like with confidence, even when he's fucking up. So it's like big pet peeve of mine is when people are confident when they're wrong. So I'm just like, oh my God, I fucking hate this dude. And he's obviously a threat. He's like, wrecking shit. So, but yeah, the fight between Kaiju number 9 and Isao was cool, dramatic, had some cool scenes. There was a shot where he shot that ball through him and then it hit a building, which I thought looked really good. The way they did that, it really gave off a good impact to it. And then when it comes to everybody grieving and stuff, I thought that was handled well. I am interested to see how much stronger people can get, because we've already seen a lot of these guys' power levels are already pretty high, except for obviously Kafka is on a different scale because he has to transform.
Yeah, a lot of these guys have used their suits at like almost 100%.
Yeah, so I feel like they're going to have to get augmented in some way when it comes to potentially Kaiju number 10, if they're going to do something with that. So we'll see where that goes. I have no idea, and if you know, please don't tell us. So yeah, really curious about that. Really curious to see how they're going to combat it. I know they'll figure something out, of course, because this is how a lot of animes go. People get stronger. People, new threat. They got to get stronger. Blah blah blah. But at least it's interesting. So, and the fight scenes are cool. I like Narumi as a character. He's an interesting character. So I want to see more of him now that he's basically running everything. That's interesting as well. I like his dynamic with Kafka. Because it's a little different than the other people who like don't know if they can trust him. They might have to kill him. They're kind of worried. He's just like, I already know I'm not supposed to do this and I shouldn't, but I don't care, because like he's got like gamer brain. Like he's just like in it to win it no matter what with everything. Like so he's kind of an interesting character to be this big dork, but also like super calculated, but also willing to sacrifice whatever to do the job. Because every time he's talked to anybody about like what he wants from them, he's like, I just want results. I don't care how you do it. Yeah. So, and he's practicing what he preaches by telling Kafka, like, you shouldn't be part of our team, but I'll do anything to kill Kaiju number 9. So
yeah, he wants his revenge. So
yeah, so it's an interesting constant in his character that I like. Anything else? Curious about what they do with Kaiju number 10. Obviously, that's going to be the big trump card that they're going to pull off whatever they're going to do with. And yeah, curious to see how Kaiju number 9 remanifests, in what form, and how he's going to pull off some bullshit, because that's all he does. It just shows up and pulls off some bullshit. So, but yeah, overall, those 2 episodes were good. Definitely a dramatic arc. We did a review of episode 1 through 3 all together, and we did this together, and it's been kind of convenient because they all feel like
little pockets,
multiple episode arcs that are kind of easy to discuss as a whole. So, yeah, I like where it's at, and I'm curious about where it's going. So, yeah, anything else?
That's it.
All right, let us know in the comments what do you guys think about episode 4 and 5. What do you think about the events that happened? Anything that happened in these episodes that we missed? Let us know in the comments below. And favorite parts, least favorite parts. Where do you think things are going? Unless you know, please don't tell us. We want to go in as blind as possible. And yeah, give us your general thoughts, and also recommendations for things you'd like us to watch. We have a couple things we're watching already. As you guys know, Sakamoto Days, Dan to Dan, and Shogun. If you have recommendations, let us know. We can't guarantee we'll watch it, but we'll take it into consideration. And I think that's everything. I've been Seth. This has been Chevy. Until the next review, we will talk to you guys later.